Hello, it's Ruby and welcome to the second entry in the dissertation diary. Yesterday I received a very exciting email. I'd requested a series of manuscripts from the University of Texas and they've sent them through. So this morning I'm going to go through and annotate these and write up my thoughts, and I'm really excited to look through these. They sent them through so quickly as well, which is amazing, and also there are like 53 pages, which is incredible, so I'm very, very grateful and I didn't have to pay. Feeling very lucky right now. Also made a timetable of the things that I want to do today. I've got some tea. Actually, I'm nearly out of tea, so I think I should go and get some more. I've just gone through the collected letters of Lewis Carroll and I've scanned in the letters that I want to annotate today and like look at more closely. I'm now going to do some research into Cicero. I don't know very much about Cicero's letters, but they're important. So I've got a summary. I'm going to read 2 papers and then I'm just going to write down the key features of his letters. This is their pancake day stuff. Blueberry pancakes. Oh my gosh. Red velvet. This one is amazing. I can't even tell you. So good. Very chocolatey, but more beetrooty than chocolatey. Chocolate tea is my favourite at the moment, and beetroot is one of my very favourite foods, so it's just so good. It's almost a little bit malty. Like a chocolate tea I would always add milk to, but I would happily drink this and really enjoy it without milk. I should have brought a spoon up, actually thinking about it. I always forget to bring a spoon and then I don't like stir my milks into the tea. Shaken, not stirred tea, but just because I always forget to bring up a teaspoon. It's really good with milk. Like maltier with milk, and the beetroot flavour comes out more with the milk. Anyway, I'm gonna get on with annotating these letters. And in the afternoon, I had a meeting with my dissertation supervisor, and so I was on campus and did a little bit of studying before that. My dissertation supervisor is honestly so nice, and so this is a really fun meeting. Here we are on the next day. In the morning, I went to Kroski's Cafe at St. Luke's. Another day, another cup of tea. This teacup is just perfect for this dissertation. Feels like it would be sacrilege now to drink out of any other teacup whilst writing my dissertation. I've cleared up the final few arrangements for visiting Surrey. Next Tuesday I'm going to the Surrey History Centre to see some letters in person, and I don't technically have to go and see these letters. They're not digitalised, but they could have sent photos, but I really wanted to do at least one archive visit for my dissertation. It's just something I really wanted to do, and I know I'm going to have such a good time, so I can't wait for Tuesday. I spent the morning doing some clearing that up, looking through some more archives for some like exam papers. I started reading a book called The Universe in a Handkerchief, which is basically the mathematical problems that Lewis Carroll has in his letters and books and diaries, and it's really, really interesting. So I'm about halfway through that. I will check back with you when I next work on my dissertation. It's currently like 11:30 and I have a story which is due in for my creative writing module tomorrow, and it's not finished. It's like halfway done, and so I need to work on that basically all afternoon. I have been giving nonsense poetry a go. This is a nice sidetrack from my dissertation where it's not actually very related, but obviously the Jabberwocky and loads of poetry by Lewis Carroll is nonsense, and that's very much inspired by Edward Lear's nonsense poetry, so I've given it a go. I'm not very good. It's a fun part of getting distracted on my dissertation, and I think this is the really cool bit, like not really doing things necessarily just for which is going to be relevant for the work, but also just following research tangents. And you've got the space, I think, with the dissertation to just like go off. You're trying to involve yourself fully in the culture of it. That's how I'm treating it. This is just a project that I want to be fully immersed in, and so I'm writing some nonsense poetry. There are 2 lines I need to add in for the rhythm to work, but I've just left gaps. I bet you can tell where they're meant to be. Nobody knew what colour it was. Was it purple or lilac-y blue? Was it green as the peel on the one rilling frill, which is a kind of chocolatey bean? The mouse with no tail, who had ears full of kale, and no whiskers, no fur, and no eyes. This mouse with no tail, who was really a snail, said they were all telling lies. It's actually orange as tangerine porridge, the kind that you serve with baked beans. But I suppose that it's easy when you get a bit queasy to mix up your orange and green. I'm not claiming that I'm very good, but it's just fun. Good morning, it's Friday today, and I am going to actually start writing my dissertation today. I'm not going to write much. I'm only going to write like 200-300 words, but I just want to get started with it because I know that I'm just doing loads of research at the moment, and I always research better when I'm like researching whilst I'm writing, and so I don't know why I haven't been doing that, to be honest. So going to get started with it now, which is really exciting. Morning green tea as well, as per. It's currently 9:20 and I've just written 750 words. This isn't neat at all. I know I probably won't end up using any of this in the actual dissertation, but it's good just to have like a sense of structure, and I find that when I write, I think about my ideas better. It's a way of formulating your ideas, I suppose. I'm actually kind of feeling like writing the next section too. I might as well, because I'm in the mood for it. It probably makes sense to just go ahead and do it. These are not words I'm actually going to end up including in my essay. It's more just to get something down. But I think first we need more tea. I've written another 400 words and I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. I don't know, it's like very, very early stages at the moment, and so it's really hard to feel happy with what I'm writing, but equally I know that I've got so long left to work on this. I've got like 3 solid months, right? Yeah, I've got 3 months to work on this, which is a really long time. So I shouldn't be worried, I should just like enjoy it, and that's what I really want to do. Sorry, I'm just vlogging on my phone, but on the way to the station now. I'm going back home so that I can more easily travel to Surrey to go to the archives where these Lewis Carroll letters are stored. I'm so excited. And then here we are, today is the day. I went to the Surrey History Centre to go and look at the Lewis Carroll archives, which I had been looking forward to so much, I can't even tell you. I'd never been to archives before and I really wasn't sure what to expect, but basically I had to leave all of my things in a lock. It was just a coin-based system and I didn't have any 20p coins, so they kindly lent me one, which was very kind of them. And my slot was split into two, so I didn't film anything in the morning, but I did in the afternoon, and at midday, I met up with my mum and we went to Pizza Express for lunch. We're in Pizza Express. I'm on my lunch break. So we are here in Pizza Express, just had delicious nourish bar and dough balls, and now, I mean, actually, what time is it? I need to be back in like 5 minutes, so I probably should go.
What's that round your neck?
Oh yeah, this is my key for my locker.
So our matching berets.
They're not that matching. Mum's got a very nice beret. She's got a dragonfly on it. The archives are good. I've looked at 3 of the documents so far and I requested 11. To be honest, none of them I've looked at have been really useful. It's still really cool and I'm so glad that I came. It's amazing being able to actually hold these letters. I haven't actually looked at any written by Lewis Carroll yet. I've been looking at ones from his...
Now turn right into
I unfortunately wasn't able to film any of the Lewis Carroll things that I was looking at, but I did also look at some of Millicent Fawcett's papers whilst I was there, because the Surrey History Centre has some really cool collections for women's suffrage. There were so many letters from Millicent Fawcett here, and it was so cool being able to hold these. If you didn't know, Millicent Fawcett was a suffragist, not a suffragette, so she was the president of the National Union of Women's Suffrage Society starting in 1897, and she basically spent 50 years of her life campaigning for female suffrage. The paper types were actually particularly cool in this collection because some were so extremely thin, especially the typewriter paper. I also love how some of them have been written in such a rush. Just a note to say that the letter has been received, something hastily written because she can hear the postman, and others are carefully and beautifully done. I was particularly amazed to spot this letter actually from Bertrand Russell expressing his sympathy for the movement, which is really quite cool. Honestly, this is one of the coolest things I've ever seen, and I feel very grateful to have been able to look at them. I've just finished up and now I'm leaving Mum, and I think she's probably parked here. Yes, she is. Everyone was so nice there as well, like, so nice. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I had such a great time and I am really just happy that I was able to go. I feel very grateful and very lucky to have been able to. On the train ride back, I just read Cicero's letters and wrote up some thoughts on that, but that brings us to the end of episode 2 of the Dissertation Diaries. I hope that you enjoyed watching it and I hope that you have a productive week. Just a quick reminder that I have a stationery shop where I sell stationery I've designed to help with productivity. The yearly planner is still available, as well as this versatile notebook and a range of to-do list pads, which will be linked down below.